Good morning and welcome to the wonderful world of Legos.
Yeah, I wish.
You saw that clip I sent you, yes?
uh,
Of people dropping their Lego creations or getting hit by others.
oh no, that is triggering. I can't watch this. I saw this on TikTok. It's hurting my soul.
Yeah, it should. I'm looking at that and the expression on people's faces as their creations are shattered. Just to bring everybody up to speed, Chris got a Dune ornithopter Lego that he put together because, he's awesome that way.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
So we'll turn
I
that
love
in.
it.
I was on, for a little bit yesterday, but not much, and not streaming because I wanted to work on getting some video clips for next year's winter event. So I'd have a proper introduction to it. Anyway, I had a really interesting conversation with a couple of people over the course of the last few days about the fact that 10 Ford really has just been doing some stuff, but primarily ships and builds and stuff like that. And there's so much other stuff we'd like to talk about. So I don't know if I should start up a show to, kind of augment that, to supplement it, or would people bother to
Like
listen
what?
to that? People were sending in ideas about, maybe we could talk about a storyline. We could talk about what's going on, what we think is going to happen with different things, but make it like an hour-long discussion, not necessarily just playing the game, but talking
Like a
about stuff.
podcast of
Yeah, like a
sorts.
podcast, but interactive. We'll do it on Twitch so we can all watch this here.
That sounds
And
like a neat idea.
okay, and Citalia, I will undo OBS and restart it, and I will restart Twitch because Citalia is still having an issue with audio having static, and I don't know what's going on. And all I can think at
And
this
you're on
point,
Discord, so it must be
it's got to
somewhere
be on
not
Twitch because she's not
using.
in
Yeah.
Discord. And Lexers has a similar problem with the volume going up and down. Good morning, my Starlight. Happy New Year to you. Um, but I can hardly moan and groan about 10 Forward being kind of lower quality and not make an attempt to fix it on my side. So I will see what I can do. But everything that I've seen on Twitch is just, it could be something else is going on. Hey, Talia, tell me this. Is it happening right now? Nope. Okay, well, that's not it. There was some comment that it could be interference from other electronic devices that are plugged in. So two things that are new here is I've started plugging in my phone up here, and I also have my Stream Deck plugged in. Not set up, but plugged in. But if it's not happening right now, it's not those two. So let's try just restarting everything after we're done here and see what happens tonight. By the way, tonight we're going to watch the motion picture. That is our movie. It is not Rift or anything. It's just the motion picture, but I don't think it's the director's edition because I did not see that on Amazon Prime. If you would
Fair
like to
enough.
join us, grab yourself some popcorn and a beer or an iced tea or whatever you want to do. And let's see, what is that? It's like 2+ hours, I think. It's a really long movie.
Yeah, I was actually mostly listening to because I was more focused on the Legos, but I was listening to Star Trek Generations yesterday.
Oh,
It made me refresh some of the things, and I've happened to have a better appreciation for it than I used to.
Generations has some good points. It has some weak points. I am looking for the length of the movie, and I don't see it anyplace. That's really
I'm starting
interesting.
to understand the reason why the Good Doctor has been doing all this stuff, been trying to return to the Nexus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kind of a mad scientist trying to just go back to the place where he can, I
Yeah,
suppose, reunite with all of his loved ones in a way.
my concern is that it gets lost in the movie in Generations
Yeah, if it
because
wasn't for that, then we probably would have never known his
it's
motivation
just
has
so
been like very
thinly
little
done.
sense.
Yeah, I want to know what his motivation is. Well, I mean, I know it because I've read the book, but it doesn't get explained in the show very well, in the movie very well. And
No,
if you don't understand why your characters do stuff, it doesn't work as well. So I did
you
spend a
don't
lot.
have to sympathize, but you have to understand what's the motivation
Oh
behind the
yeah,
character, and
yeah.
if that's not given any sort of screen time, then it's not doing a good job.
It's wonderful if it does explain it. You know, hey, this is what's going on. This is why Satelli needs 5 Borg ships after she does some ice fishing. Let's see here.
I need Lucario TFOs times 2 plasma damage. I don't know, I already got like 1,000 plasma damage. I have no plasma weapons.
Did you do anything?
No, nothing. I mean, I've
Okay.
been running a patrol, but this is the
Maybe
thing.
you've
I
got a
have no
pet that's
plasma
doing some
weapons.
damage.
No pets, this is Sovereign Class.
Okay. We have an ad starting up here.
There's a level of reflectiveness in my shields that I'm having.
Who were
Like,
you
there's a
fighting?
the Borg.
It's
They
got to
use
be something.
plasma weapons, right?
They do use plasma, yeah. It's got to be something like that. They have the assimilated plasmas. Let's see, I have Disruptor on
No,
the ground, Dreadnoughts, and Herc attendants. So definitely,
technically, the Borg aren't using the assimilated plasma beams. They're using the inaccurate looking OG plasma beams.
it's still plasma.
Yeah, it is
It's
plasma.
still freaking plasma. So what was the thing you said you need 2 TFOs of?
Lucari.
Ugh.
I mean, it's better than 3 because 3 sounds like a reroll. But 2, I can go for Gauntlet and Tzenkethi front and be
Yeah,
done.
we can do
I
those
don't
too.
hate either.
We'll wait to see if anybody joins us here. So if I was to do a 10 Forward-esque type show, what day and time should we do it?
Sounds like a Saturday
Mm,
or a Sunday.
that's actually a great idea.
Sunday service, you know?
Sunday service. We used to have something called Sunday Worship, but it was spelled Warship.
The worship.
Worship, yes. Sunday
Maybe.
service sounds good, yeah. I don't know that I'm going to start this Sunday. We will see. Because tomorrow,
But, yeah.
tomorrow I'm being non-Trekkie. I'm going to go see a movie and hit IKEA. Not necessarily in that order.
What movie?
I'm going to go see Song Sung Blue.
Never heard of it.
It is I'm going to say it's probably somewhere along a rom-com. It's certainly a rom, but it's Hugh Jackman and somebody else. And there are 2 singers who do a...
Jackman doing a rom-com? Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I don't know how calm it is, but it's definitely a romance. He plays a guy who sings in bar bands type stuff, and he and this girl wind up doing what's his name, Neil Diamond songs, and so they're a cover band for it. Yeah, and I don't think they turn into any kind of raging success, so I assume it's more of a romance than anything else. Yes, IKEA does bad things to me all the time, Satalia. They take my money. They're very bad people. Chris said, no, Satalia, you can't recommend a Lucari TFO. And it was so quiet on Wednesday evening for New Year's, we didn't wind up doing really much of anything in terms of random. So we did voluntary stuff, but we did not wind up with Gravity Kills or Procyon 5. Woo!
Or Borg Disconnected?
Yeah, I think we did do Borg Disconnected. But because Taz wanted to do it, he was trying out a new ship. It was deliberate. It was intentional. I wanted to look at something super quick here, but I don't remember what.
This Kid Bash looks nice.
Actually, one thing for a afternoon show might be a discussion of TFOs that nobody really likes, and looking at what would be good build/strategy if you wanted to tackle them. Because I know people don't do things because they're a pain in the butt, i.e. I hated Tzenkethi front for a long time. Now I like it because I know how to do it and the proper equipment and all that good stuff.
Really? You hated Tzenkethi front? Why?
Yeah.
What did it ever do to you?
Because I didn't have the right equipment for it, and I didn't know how to tackle the ships and what to do and what not to do. So, like, don't drop grav wells. Do tackle them face on because that's where the shields are the worst. Don't attack from the rear. Blah, 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 blah. things like that, which, somebody said, well, this is how we're going to do it. And then if you don't really have the firepower, but you get a bomb, let everybody know and find somebody who can, run defense for you. And then somebody helped me with a better build specific to that. So at one point I had a build that was specific to Tzenkethi front. And it all worked really well, but it took me a while to get the hang of it. But again, great excuse for having a show that's not dedicated specifically to builds and ships, except as relates to a TFO. Or on a day when Chris isn't around, we'll do something dedicated to how do we do this as a ground mission. Or maybe we do an all, ground discussion. But we can let people know what's coming up. So they can go, hey, no, it's ground stuff. I'm not doing that. Or, ooh, gravity kills. We're not doing that. But IKEA is running a sale, Satalia. Probably not on the things I want, but they're running a sale. So for those of you who know about my house, you know that next to where my loft is, the open space, is the little tiny room that was designed for kids to go in and play. And I bought the house in huge part because I thought that was so adorable that the dogs and I would have our own little room to go hide out in. The dogs hate it. Absolutely hate that space. They will not go in there. Except Loki will go in there and leave me little presents when it's cold outside. Thank you, Loki. And I thought, okay, fine. I should use it for... It's too short to use it like a second closet. It's great if you're a kid. It's not great if you're an adult. I thought, that'd probably be a really good spot for things that should be in storage, but I don't want to put in the garage, even though my garage is heated. So they don't have a scale on scorpion chairs. They don't have scorpion chairs, don't I wish. But they might have one on tables. Good points to tell you. But I thought, I could put my Christmas ornaments there. Can't put my trees there because they're too big. But eventually this year I will get my garage back, is my thought. And then I would like to be able to put like my gardening equipment in there. I'm storing stuff for somebody who made a very poor life choice, and I have all of his possessions and his dog until he's able to return to the life of a freed person and can take them back. I don't know that he's getting his dog back. We'll have that discussion at a later date.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. His dog's gotten older, requires $100+ a month in vet bills and stuff like that, and upkeep and licensing and all that good stuff. I can afford it. But if you're working just to keep a shelter and you don't even have a car or anything, how are you going to afford that? Let alone an apartment that will let you have a dog.
You gotta cover more than the basics,
Yeah, I mean, even I'm getting into that point of not always being sure I can cover the basics, which will change in February-ish, I think. So I'll sit down with my people and figure out what money I need. All right, so tell you have 14 minutes to go do your ice fishing. In the meantime, Chris, while she's doing her ice fishing, shall we do, what is it, Trenor? Is it Trenor? That's, Lakari?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Trenor Gauntlet. Let me send you a party invitation. So Talia will bring you in for the next one, but go do your thing. So if you have a thought about something you would like to do for 10 Forward, or whatever we're going to call it, the Sunday service. All right. I sent you an invitation there, Chris.
Yes, sorry, I was at the table. I didn't see.
That's okay. No problems. No problems. I just wasn't going to hit this till I'm sure you're in. I need a dining room table. This is that problem you get in real life where you can't do one thing till you've done something else. So I want a dining room table so I have a place to eat. Because right now I'm eating while I'm sitting on the couch, and the dogs are really into, hey, we can sit here with you and eat with you. Which isn't good for them, and it's not particularly good for me. So I thought I'll buy a dining room table that's big enough for 4 people, so I can have my son and his roommate over. But to put it up means I have to move my big, it's like bookcases, but I use them for my china and stuff. And to move them where I want to, I need to paint those walls first. So there is this, move that furniture, take the paintings down from that wall, take down the curtains, wee-boo, paint it, rent son to come over and help me move everything. So take all that stuff off, move all that stuff over there, put all that stuff back. Then I can go buy a dining room table. But it's never easy. And then once I get my dining room table, I realize that that wall, for whatever reason, they put up baseboards and a chair rail in that room only, and only in one room in the entire house. Kind of am dreading taking that stuff down because knowing them, they might have glued it in place, and then I'm going to have to replace all the wallboard too, which I'm really not looking forward to. Then I have to repaint that room. So it's never, ever an easy thing. It's always complex.
Yeah.
And here we go. Probably should see what I've got on this one. Oh, this is all. Why do I have
My
that
mom was
there?
so happy when she managed to get herself a proper table with chairs. They used to have like my parents always had that kind of ancient coffee table from like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know maybe the 80s,
Yep.
and like my mom always
Ancient
wanted to
from
get
the
rid of it,
80s.
but like it felt like it was older. It's just like it was it's just simplistic blocky geometric rectangle crap. It was just ugh. Um, But yeah, my dad was like, yeah, yeah, we don't need to change it. It's not broken. He had this rule of if it ain't broke, don't change it or don't buy a new one. He was adamant about it to a point where he was watching a television, a kinescopic television set that had broken colors and it was showing everything in green, and he refused to get rid of it. So I was like, yeah,
Lovely.
yeah, he was stingy with money. It's like nothing that he said on a lot of money. It's not like he earned a lot, but he was like, yeah, let's not buy stuff. He didn't want to take a loan for stuff. He was just like, no. So it took my mom to actually save. It took only him to drop dead and leave us alone to actually. She was able to finally buy herself a proper table with chairs. It completely doesn't fit the apartment, but my mom is so happy, and I'm like, yeah, she's happy. I'm all right.
So when I was a little
The
kid,
chairs are comfy. They just don't fit anything, but it doesn't matter because she loves it. And
oh, that's all that matters. And that does matter.
yeah,
When I was a little kid, we did not have a dining room table because my dad didn't make a lot of money. Let's see,
that's fair.
I'm science. So my grandparents saved for a couple of years and then told my parents to go buy a proper dining room table once we moved into a house that my parents were actually paying for. So we
Hmm.
did that, and my parents went out and they hunted and they looked and they found the best table. It was gorgeous. It was an absolutely beautiful table. Um, took months to get ordered and made and built and all that stuff. And it must have cost a fortune. I mean, at that time, so 1960s probably was in the $1,000 range, a couple $1,000.
The $60,000 is even more than today.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was. Oh, if it took my grandparents a couple of years to save for it, yes. Beautiful table. And then my dad moved to Austria after my mom died and didn't want to take the table. Took everything else, but didn't want to take the table. Okay. So my friend bought it for $100 used. And I'm like, I'm kicking myself for not having kept it. But
I know
it's,
I would have.
yeah, it's the size of my dining room, though. And I never have
There's a
8 people
guy.
over.
There's a guy with a TikTok account who makes custom-made tables. He uses like two pieces of wood
Mm-hmm.
that are like polished and everything, but only polished like from the surface and on the exterior and the
Yeah.
external sides. Internally, it looks like I don't know, like rough terrain, and he puts science like fantasy science fiction stuff in it. So like
Oh,
he made a
nice.
trench run from Star Wars
Oh,
with little starships models,
oh my God. Wouldn't you
and
want
he
that in your house? I would. I would.
and
I
he
would love that in my
covers it
house.
all in like positions it with a background and everything, and then he like glues them all over with some sort of I don't know, some sort of resin thingy that
Mm-hmm.
solidifies in a solid state, like looks like glass.
Stone Coat epoxy. This brand name,
I
Stone Coat.
Yeah, whatever it is, like he either polishes it, makes it all even out, so it feels like a whole surface together. Ah, these tables are beautiful. Probably cost a fortune, but
I bet
my
it
goodness,
does.
it looks so good. I saw the one and I started drooling, and I'm like, this isn't even food, and I was drooling because it was looking so freaking good. Like having these X-wings with the Millennium Falcon and some of the with the TIE fighters, yeah, TIE fighters in the trench run in that red
Ah,
version. Oh my God, it looks so good. So like imagine dining on it. Like my God, I wouldn't be able to focus on the food. I would be nerding about looking at the ships.
dang! Now I want to do something like that with Star Trek. Yeah, those
I'm
tables with.
sure he had an order with Star Trek ships
I'm
as
sure
well.
he could.
It's no question for it. It's definitely it's just that like wow, this looks so good. You know, I love stuff like that. I love when people just out of passion create something that
Yeah,
becomes a business,
yeah.
and they're doing stuff that I absolutely love because it came from an idea. I wish I could come up with something like that.
There's a company that sells things at the Star Trek conventions that does like the LCARS boards and does them as
Oh
game
yeah,
tables. And so I was chatting
yeah.
with them because I thought, hey, that'd be a great table. And they're like, sure, no problem. And then I got the time because of the wait list. It was years.
No.
No, cannot wait years for a table. Oh, I did not mean to launch that wrong button. Oh well, just the shield generator.
Of course, we have a jellyfish.
We jellyfished with somebody the other day somebody from the fleet who knew exactly how to use it. It was amazing. He'd get into position, jellyfish, so we could go do something else, and he would protect the lane. So I don't think it was Undine, maybe a swarm. It was beautiful. Dang, when somebody knows how to use something. And again, there you go with a Sunday service thing would be how to properly use your jellyfish. Not that there's a jellyfish, but how to use it. Mm-mm-mm.
So obsessed with that ornithopter. I just keep like positioning it, opening the wings, closing them down. Like my God, the fact that it has a deployable landing gear and it's actually bouncy. It supports the weight, but it has movable parts. It's blowing my mind how they put it together. Like this, I understand why Lego is now so expensive these days, because this is not just a simple let's make a castle out of it and just have an opening doors. There's so much intricacy put into that. Like
Well,
the
they
fact
still
that it even
have
came up,
that,
yeah, they do,
which
but
is
like that
great
is
for
just
little kids to
targeted
get them into
specifically the most.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but like they also branched out because those kind of sets were not a thing like in the 90s. They were just doing, their usual stuff. Was Duplo, which was the normal Lego with like I think it was just Friends, Castles, Pirates. I think it was the most prominent thing ever, and they had like little niche kind of ideas. Now you can have they have a separate line of like little trees and decorations that like look like plants. So you can assemble your even a bonsai tree or
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
a bouquet of flowers that
I
looks so
recently
intricate.
got
I'm like
rid of my two
mind
little
blown.
houses with their bonsai trees that one of my students gave me out of the micro Legos. Those things were adorable.
Yeah, those are cute. Yeah. And there are like succulents as well, so like the cactuses, cacti, whatever you call them, and those little plants that don't require watering, and they're made of Legos. They're so miniaturized and so cute.
Chris,
How does
I
this
don't know how to
work?
tell you this, but generally Lego plants don't need watering.
I
Just,
mean, yeah, but I was talking about the species that don't
I
require
know.
watering.
I just had to say that. I'm science. Do we? Oh my God, we're all science. Skynet.
Well,
We're just gonna have to do this. We have
well,
four science
I can
and
cover beta, but I need to do it science. I actually think science is pretty useful, more useful than the tactical one, because they don't really have a lot of firepower. The
well,
tactical
this is going to be a
science
whole heck of a lot of science. So
could have been worse. Could have been all engineers, and we could have cried about it.
true that.
We would cry about it. I know we
Oh, what
would.
was that?
I had a back thoughts from watching Generations.
Yes.
That kind of ties into Picard season 3.
Uh-huh.
Um, it kind of makes me understand why Geordi took so much effort into restoring the Enterprise. Because he kind of felt responsible for being used as a tool to destroy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
evil doctor used his visor, hacked it, so
Mm-hmm.
the
Right.
Klingons could know the shield frequency.
Yep.
And I think, in a way, he kind of felt inside of him that he was the chief engineer on that ship, and
Mm-hmm.
he let it down in a way because he let himself being hacked. He didn't even think about like seeing whether he's hacked. Oh no, this is
Oh,
a Vadwar. Oh, we're screwed.
Satali
Oh,
says,
we're
where do I
screwed.
get a data chip for Academy lore? Klingon or Federation?
Don't you have Klingon Academy or something?
Yep. Oh, they're both at the Academy, but I was going to give her specifics. For Federation, okay, go down to Starfleet Academy. There is the building where you can get the personnel. It's the one we just did last week. Go over to see the woman who's standing behind the counter, whose name eludes me at the moment, and talk to her. As soon as you accept the mission, you get the Academy lore thing is completed. If you want the chip, then you have to go to the machines next to her after you get the assignment and answer the question correctly.
Rid of that Vadwar, stupid
Don't remember her name
snakes.
off the top of my head. Um, okay? Did you go over to the machines and answer the question? Machines are to her right, to your left. Hold on a second here. You can't get anything. Did you pick up both missions from her? The machines will say, hang on, let me finish this and I will go down there and walk you through it. But they'll say something like midterm or something like that, and they give you a question with 3 potential answers. Oh, you pick up both missions. There should be 2.
I was screwed. Why did it have to be Vadwar?
Are these Vadwar? No, these aren't Vadwar.
Yes, these are Vadwar, and they are
They're
absolutely.
they're,
No, wait, these are
they're
Tzenkethi.
Tzenkethi. This.
No, but the Tzenkethi are also awful. They're
Oh yeah, they're
dreadful.
also
They
awful.
make you
Let's not
punch.
disagree about that. They are awful here. Do you need? Are you doing beta? Do you need help?
Yeah, I am on beta. I think I'm alone here.
You are
I can't
usually
see. There's
beta's
a lot of.
alone. Let me zip over there and give you a hand. The guy who's over here with the jellyfish and doing fine doesn't really need me. I'm on my way. Good morning, Cliff. It is Friday. I can't deal with the fact that it's Friday. It's messing up my brain.
My brain is like, what? How come it's Friday?
Yeah, I
I
woke
have
up
a thing I want
this
to do. Let me see if I can pull it off.
I woke up this morning and I'm really, really tired because I got a lot of junk done around the house yesterday, but did not go to the gym. Gave the girls a major league puppy walk, and I'm just, oh, it's Monday, got a week ahead of us. Do I have class tonight? Then my body goes, it's actually Friday, and you don't have to get up and you don't have to go to class today. Oh, that's a really good point. Cliff, we have to do a Borg thing, and we have another Lucari to do if we survive this one.
Do it. I think we're gonna to see whether we survive or not.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point. There you go. Strip some of the shields off that one. Yeah, we know it's at 50%. I'm just waiting for something to come back here. What is the name of the group of guards that guards the Klingon Chancellor? I believe it's the Jan Leith Lilith, that one. And if you want to wait, I can go look it up for you, but I believe it's the Jan Lilith thing one.
Fluffer, how you doing? Hagrid did not enjoy yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They
Poor
were
Hagrid.
they were firing their stupid fireworks because oh look we have leftovers, let's punch them down. I was like, I don't know, you have to have a small penis syndrome when you have the necessity of firing fireworks all day long. As soon as it gets dark, they just start firing them up. It's 4 p.m. I want to go out with Hagrid at a normal hour so
Oh.
we can have his normal routine. I can't because they immediately start shooting. It's worse than on New Year's Eve. Yesterday evening I went after 1 a.m. So I wanted to wait like late so people will be asleep. You know, today is a work day, so people should go to bed so they can go to work
Yes.
on today.
I love this
And no,
fantasy
there
world.
was
Going
still
to
a
work.
bunch of idiots, still a bunch of idiots walking down the same street we were, and they started firing those little noisy ones. And of course, Hagrid just lost the notion about, oh, I want to pee, I want to do number two. He didn't do anything except like pee on
Oh.
two trees. I was so pissed off. I wanted to go back home and take a knife and go out again because that was really frustrating. The stupid, mindless idiots like, oh, my fragile masculinity doesn't allow me to have empathy, so I have to scare all the animals in the vicinity. Freaking hate that thing. Honestly, they should like honest. If you're not hosting like a major, I don't know, a concert that requires fireworks, normal people, a normal mortal should not be allowed to obtain fireworks at all. Don't change my mind, cause I ain't going to. So frustrating.
Good morning, Chosen. For those of you who are doing any of the chips, those are the answers right there. Just make
Right, it's not
sh-
really. Sorry.
just make sure you actually read the question before you pick the answer, because there's a couple of them that say, let's say, chapter 6, question 9, but it's actually putting up question 6, answer 8, so make sure they're the same. But there's only one or two of them. But it's annoying.
Didn't even want to have breakfast today, so was so stressed from all of it.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, your difficulty set to elite?
I,
Better check
no,
that out.
no, no, don't worry. It's not going to be set to elite. I'm just set on elite. Yes, but Cliff, that's not one of the options that you've got for this question. This question gives you three options: House Guards, Order of the Batleth, or the On Lilith. Those are the three options you've got. I don't see Cliff in here. Cliff, we're going to do a Borg TFO next if you want to join us. And then we're going to do another Lucari TFO.
Tzenkethi front.
Tzenkethi front
There is
specifically.
one.
Oh, let's see. It is Friday. Yeah, but that's why you have to go to that website I gave you, because it's actually designed for the game. It is the specific questions or answers to the specific questions in those missions. Somebody went through and did them all. It's on multiple sites. I just find this one is the easiest one to navigate. What was I just going to go look at? Oh, I was going to look at that. Give me 1 second here. Get that out there. I want to see what I've got in my other account in case it's more interesting. I'll send you an invitation in just 1 second, Cliff. There you go. Invitation sent. Boy, I can't spell today.
What I find funny is that Hagrid was completely uninterested in the Lego set I was doing. I thought he'd be coming up, trying to see what I'm doing, what I'm
Yeah.
playing with. It's just like, no. Only once it was ready, it was just like, you know, trying to position it to make some pictures. He just came over and started sniffing the little minifigurines, and
Oh,
that was
cute,
it.
cute. That would be cute. Satalia, since you're the one who's got the Borgies, which Borgie would you like to do? I'm just seeing if I got anything interesting on my other account, because everything I've got here is ground.
Ooh,
And I was going to look to see what we've got for the upcoming. What have we got here? Borg on the ground, Undine battleships, and 3 Iconian TFOs. Say it with me!
what?
I have
Reroll?
3. Yeah, exactly. Reroll. Oh, Thullian's in the Adventure Zone, but it's all garbage now. Oh well. C'est la vie. I was going to look to see what we've got for the Universal Endeavors today, and it's Gateway to Grethor. So at least it's something fun.
Hmm.
Good morning, Mr. Dave. Chosen says I'll be working on the anniversary event from Tuesday next week to whenever it ends. Oh, the anniversary event. Okay. That's not Star Trek. Mr. Dave says, thank goodness it's Friday. Yesterday at work was a right one, busy all day. Yeah, but it was overtime, right? Or extra pay or something? I thought there's no Universal this weekend. No, that was last weekend. This weekend is Gateway to Grethor. Yeah, we had Academy Lore Gateway. And then, ooh, Monday. Exciting Monday. We have complete 3 different Gamma Quadrant skirmishes. Ah, shucks, I have to go to class Monday. What would be a great screenshot? Okay, let's make sure I got a good ship going here and I don't have stupid. No stupid engaged. Yay. If everyone's ready for a little Borg death and destruction. It's not a lead, I promise. We will.
Have a wee woo.
Oh, I moved. I'm sorry. I can go back. That's a good screenshot. Especially with the oh, there you go. How's that one? But it's better to do that here. Demo. So now I'm demo recording.
My God, everyone's so hyped on Stranger Things finale. And I'm like, I didn't even watch an episode. I mean, I tried, but I fell asleep. I tried to watch it 4 times. I fell asleep every single time, so I realized that it's just uninteresting.
I don't even know what it's on.
Netflix.
Oh, that would explain it.
It's their own thing.
So the reason I switched that over from screenshot to demo record is in demo record, I can basically dislocate the camera and move it to any position, up, down, left, right, back, around, further, angle it, etc., which I can't do just from that. In demo record, your character doesn't have to be in the center.
Oh my God, another jellyfish.
That's okay. Let them camp out someplace. Let them camp over the middle for that matter. That'd be great. Stranger Things, Mr. Dave. I don't have time in my life to watch TV, though I did go back and watch the first episode of Death in Paradise yesterday, which is good right up until I remember what happens at the end of the first season of Death in Paradise, and it's like, I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
Everyone kept hyping it through the entire lifetime of the show, and I was like,
Which show?
sorry, it puts me to sleep.
Death in
Stranger Things.
Paradise?
No, Stranger Things, I
Oh,
meant
Stranger
like.
Things. Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, but
I,
I couldn't care less about
I,
it.
yeah, I could not care less.
Again, I gave them a benefit of a doubt and tried to watch the pilot, and
It
it just
just never had a hook for me. Oh,
so
Robert
boring.
Picardo is promoting the daylights out of Starfleet Academy, which to me is just like not a good sign.
Why? He doesn't promote crap.
But anytime you see something that's really, really, really heavily promoted, it's like, oh, what's wrong with it?
I don't think they're promoting as half as good as they should, but honestly, I don't think they're properly targeting the demographic.
Well, the thing I saw was him discussing the show with Bill Nye, and talking about, oh, it's a good entry level for young people, and I'm thinking, no, 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 nobody, nope, 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 nope.
I mean, Prodigy was also a good entry level because you didn't have to know the lore to get into it.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things they're talking about. But I think with
I'm thinking it might have a very similar shape, except it's just going to be a bit more
I think they're looking at a little bit older, like high schooler age,
older. Yeah, yeah, it's
for
going to be
this
older,
versus
but it's
Prodigy, which was I think geared a little bit younger. Not that that's a bad thing. It's why I probably didn't care for it. Satali wants 5, by the way. But it has Paul Giamatti. Yes, Paul Giamatti's excellent. Holly Hunter's great. Robert Picardo's fantastic. That's not my concern. It's the first little bits I've seen are like, no, thank you.
I mean, I've seen the clip when they have a battle scene, and I think it looked pretty okay.
Yeah, but what I watch Star Trek for isn't the battle scenes. I watch Star Trek for the plots and the character interactions. I'll take 4.
I'll take 6.
Satalia's taking 5. Because, Satalia.
Just tell you things, I know. Excuse me.
Chosen says I've been working on my own Sonic OC recently. Interesting.
A what?
A Sonic original character, OC.
Isn't Sonic a character?
Yeah, but creating a original character in Sonic. So if you write like fanfic, you don't always write just about established characters. You create your own. To go with it. No, Satalia, I didn't see your ship name. Hang on. Yes, I can't. Lego Moopsy. There you go. Lego Moopsy. Perfect.
I mean, I've seen cats and owls done in Legos. Why not a Moopsy?
Okay. Hey, Satalia, you got to start yours up, please. Otherwise, we'll be here a long time. Thank you. Oh, what happened to 6? Oh, there it is.
Why, what's wrong with 6? I'm
Yeah,
here.
it wasn't. It disappeared when the next one came up. When she started 5, 6 just blanked out for a moment.
I'm maintaining the situation.
Well, I didn't doubt you. It's on the fact that it disappears from the mini mission thing. It has nothing to do with you. But once it disappeared from the mini mission and never came back, and it was impossible to finish the mission, I'll go start 3.
What do you mean, Borg? You have an adapter that wants to stop the shield from deployment. I only see debris.
Sorry, I have to come get this assimilator real quick. Good.
Number 1 is being unprotected and moving over to intercept because 6 has already finished up.
Yes, so is 4. 5's disabled.
Talia, you had one job.
Come
You had one job.
on, let me have this. This assimilator does not want to let me target it. Come on, let me target you. There we go. Go protect 3.
One thing that I found really touching about Generations is Picard grumbling under the news of his family.
Oh yeah, that is just
That was such a
devastating.
well. It
Beautifully
was
done.
so well done because, like, when he was talking about Renee, that he took special liking to, it's like closest to his own child. It's like it was, and then he started crying, saying he was so gentle. I was like, I cried. I was like, my goodness, Picard, Patrick Stewart, my God, the acting. Hello, thank you. Because I know he has the depth. He's just like he usually plays those stoic characters that don't have an ounce of emotion or just like very authoritative. And I like that he just
Which is
let
why
himself
when it pops
crumble
out,
into
it's just
pieces.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
when
good.
he was shattered into pieces and he shut down completely and he didn't even want to talk to Riker about it because he
Hmm.
just couldn't. It's like, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like in Trek when it gets to those very intimate, personal moments.
But that works because we know the characters, we know their personality, we know a little bit about the history of those characters, and for me, it's why sometimes shows just don't work in the first season. They haven't figured out the relationships and taught us about the characters, so you don't care yet.
I mean, if you write it well, they could, but it's the problem that the writing was all over the place in its first season of
Um,
every Trek show,
every
really.
show almost has terrible writing in the first season. A lot of times they think,
I
okay,
think
this character is going to be X, Y, Z, and the audience will interact with them because of
I think
A, B, and
the one
C.
show that had the best first season was probably Stranger New Worlds, because I think it's still the best season of
Yeah,
the entire series.
and I think it's one of the reasons that Voyager wasn't great in the first season is they had it all mapped out in their heads. It's going to be this, it's going to be that, and then the audience went,
But
nope.
they did, no, they didn't write out the relationships right.
Yeah, well, they had an idea of what everybody was going to like, and no, that wasn't it.
Well, the thing there was a
Guys,
little bit of nepo thingy because they wanted Genevieve Bujold as Janeway.
yeah, that
Nicole Janeway out of that sounds just wrong, but she was
Genevieve.
such a bad casting choice. How would they want to go her running the show like that? The character of a captain needs to carry the show, and she was like, ugh. I saw the scenes that they've done with her, all the stuff that was cut
I
when
don't know if
when
this
Log
is
Rooking.
true or not, but she's a
She was a
movie
personal friend
actress.
of.
She's
She
oh
is. She never does done serious. She's an
yeah,
actress, theater slash movie actress. So she never done a TV show. She wasn't even aware what it takes and how
yeah,
hard of an hour
yeah. I mean,
the
it
time of
can be 18-hour
dedication
days without
required.
breaks.
18-hour days for like months
Mm-hmm.
onwards. They just walk even on like weekends sometimes probably. It's like there was ridiculous times when they were doing that in the 90s. It's like I didn't think she even was told how much effort this is gonna take. She was like, I don't know what was the reason why she even agreed to it in the first place, because it was so out of her league and out of her depth and out of everything, and it was on both sides. It was just a wrong choice, and they wanted her to carry on. They had all the premise for the show already written down with her in mind, and I'm like, no. They had it again. It was another Star Trek show that just didn't have a good first season again.
Yeah, because it takes a while. It takes at least a year for it to figure out. Probably TOS was the only one that came in with a little bit better idea, and even that took a little while. What, two pilots? Yeah, two pilots to get it going. Chosen, Mr. Dave and Natalia, I will come back to comments in just a moment. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. So I've been watching Pacific Rim this weekend because I found a movie reviewer who I like who'd never seen it and saw it for the first time last week, which of course then puts it in your feed. And I was watching things about why it works, why it doesn't work. And somebody explained it. In the first 4 minutes, you get the entire story and you get character. Admittedly, the characters aren't deep,
I
but they
remember
don't
the way
have to be
they
deep.
established Stargate, the first
Oh,
film,
yeah, Stargate's a
and
great
like
film.
first 10 minutes tells you everything you need to know about every single character that is
Yep.
irrelevant to the story, and they carried on with them, and they even allowed those characters to evolve and change, because every character that is in the show is in a worse position than they end up with. And there's progression because of the events of the story. And that was such a good writing. Like, I'm sorry, but this is like peak to me. Like, when it comes to science fiction of the 90s, this is probably one of the peak films that actually had a well thought through character development and characters in general that were established. Like, O'Neill being a depressed, potential suicidal tendencies guy because he lost his kid. The way they established that required only just like two sentences said and just showing him being depressed sitting in the kid's room with a gun under the pillow. And that was enough you need to know. You didn't need to know more. It didn't need like 15 minutes backstory to tell you everything you needed to know about him. Just, how the hell are you?
Citalia, Genevieve Bujold may have been in soaps, but if they were in Canada and they were all in French, and there's no analysis of what they are. But did start out in TVs in the early 60s, so let's all feel old. Kate Mulgrew was an American.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I forgot that. I don't want that there. Was in American soaps. She was in Ryan's Hope and a couple others that I can think of.
She was more known than Genevieve Bujold. I've never
Was
heard her name before or after Voyager, so
Genevieve
her name.
Bujold was in tons of movies, but it was mostly French and Canadian movies.
Yeah. Canadian movies don't really get a lot of
Yeah,
distribution
and it
worldwide.
wasn't until oh god, what was she? She was in one fairly big movie, Saint Joan, maybe. I don't remember which one it was.
She's 83 years old.
Yeah,
My goodness.
she wasn't young
She
when
was
that
a
was
lot.
going.
She was a lot older than Mulgrew and
Yeah, yeah,
Terry.
exactly. She was established. Is going to be the phrase I want to use. Let's see. Coming back here, the first thing I saw, yeah, she was in Saint Joan. That's the first thing I saw her in, and that was 1967. And Anne of a Thousand Days. That's probably the one that people know her for the best. With
Anne Boleyn was probably the biggest role from Anne of the Thousand Days, which is
Richard
probably
Burton.
the most recognizable. Yeah, she did a lot of stuff, but nothing of it like, yeah, Montreal, Quebec.
And she was super young in Anne of a Thousand Days, or looked super young, which is appropriate because, I mean, it's young.
Is she? She's from 1942. My goodness.
And that's about it for stuff I know her from really well. She's been in tons of stuff, but
She was nominated for that Anne of the Thousand Days for Academy Award, if I
it is a good movie.
remember
If
correctly.
you haven't seen it, definitely one I would recommend. All right, back to the comments here. Just, Mr. Dave says, oh, hold on, let's get back to Chosen because I don't want to skip that. Chosen says in his headcanon, the character has, her name is Laura the Jackal, and she's Shadow's twin sister. She also has the same origins as Shadow. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming back to that, Talia, I promise. Mr. Dave, Starfleet Academy looks like a show I can wait till the season is over, which isn't very optimistic. Seems more of Discovery mentality. The trailers are not getting positive reviews. Fortunately, a lot of the trailers are doing that could just be it's a garbage trailer because people who make trailers don't always know what to put in a trailer. Cliff, that last map was advanced. And no, we were not talking about Mulgrew directly. We were talking about Genevieve Bujold. But yeah, Mulgrew was in there. And Mr. Dave has yet to watch Orange is the New Black. Isn't that off the air already?
For a few years now, it's pretty
Oh,
great.
well, again, I haven't seen Breaking Bad yet either, so, I'm not the person to ask. Shall we do Tzenkethi Front?
Yep, sure. I think Mulgrew isn't like the biggest name of that TV series, Orange is the New Black, but she definitely established herself a persona. She was playing a completely different character than you've seen her in.
We will.
But it was great. Yeah, we would. I think she was great in it.
Well, after she was in Ryan's Hope, which was a soap opera on ABC here in the States, she did a guest appearance on Murder, She Wrote as a woman in a soap opera, which I thought was funny. And it turns out she's the murderer. But it's funny. It's well played. Mr. Day says, I have yet to watch Breaking Bad as well, and I live here. Yep.
That was nothing I wanted to watch either.
Now, I watched clips from it. It's like, oh, that looks really interesting and well done. And I want to say it was on a channel we actually had, which means it probably was on TV when I was either working nights. So with the blood bank, no, it'd probably be after the blood bank. Oh, probably was on when I was traveling for a living. New ship name, hang on. Moopsy's Hope. There you go. Perfect. This is advanced also, Cliff. I don't put people into Elite without warning them in advance and agreeing that this is something we're going to do on Elite. Like Defense Starbase 1. Easy peasy on Elite. She also says, if you're wondering, Laura was created alongside Shadow by Gerald Robotnik 50 years ago in her storyline. Okay, Dr. Robotnik. We did this the other night with a team of severely overpowered ships. It went very, very well. Ah, that might help. There we go. So, Talia, do you want that one or shall I take it? Oh, somebody else took it. Okay, let's take care of this person. Where are you going, dude? The other guy took it. That's okay. I'll clean out this one so you can have it. I have a bomb.
Has a bomb?
I has a bomb.
What you gonna do with it?
Well, once I take care of these other ships, I'm going to blow something up. I, really?
What?
One left. It didn't want to let me launch it, even though I'd killed everything. Who's ever got that bomb? We got a nice clean place for you to come visit. None of those pesky alien ships here. Oh, there's two. I misread that. Anybody have a bomb?
I just destroyed stuff here, but I didn't have a bomb.
Happy New Year to you, 47 Alpha Tango. I hope you had a nice New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Well, everything should be open if you've got a bomb. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I had a practical New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. I've put off various projects for a long time, like replacing the lining in a jacket and putting a new zipper in one of my hoodies, which admittedly isn't really exciting, but it's done now. The lining was interesting because it was a leather jacket. Come on, give me that one. There we go. And hand stitching a leather jacket is interesting.
Hey, what now?
I had to hand stitch the seams that I opened to put the lining back in the leather jacket. I have no idea how the lining got ripped as badly as it did, but it was shredded. All I can think is, it was my husband's jacket. All I can think is maybe he caught it on something. Does anybody have a bomb? Yes. Okay, person with a bomb, you got a base, go for it. Two people have bombs, go for it. Ooh, you slept till noon yesterday. I slept till 7 yesterday. Because after we finished the show a little after midnight, I sat down on the couch with the dogs and a cup of hot glögg and sipping it. Next thing I know, I'm sound asleep, barely keeping the cup of dark red liquid on my lap, wearing my brand new jacket or robe, which unfortunately isn't terribly washable. So woke up in a panic, finished drinking it, went to bed, and then the dogs and I just stayed under the covers until Mini Dog needed to go out at 3. Then we went back under the covers and no alarm, just slept. Ah.
That's not the best. No
Oh
alarm.
God, it was so good. Yes, especially since we had the 3 a.m. pee break for the doggers, and they were very content to just cuddle up under the blankets for the rest of the night.
Perfect.
And of course, the little one's getting up at 5, going, "We normally have breakfast now," and I'm like, "We're sleeping in, so no breakfast." Yes, breakfast later. Okay. But she's fluffy, so she doesn't like to get under the covers versus the pit bull, who is not fluffy and is very happy to sleep under the covers, except she puts her nose down by my feet with her head underneath the blankets, and I go into panic mode thinking, she's going to suffocate, she's going to die. And then the rest of my brain is going, she's a adult doggy. She can make the decision to lift her head up. You can too. If you feel like you're suffocating, you get out from the blankies.
Plus the fabric of the blankie is still letting air through in and out.
Oh yeah, I have multiple blankets on.
Hermetically.
No, it's definitely not hermetically sealed. Hey, there were Costco specials like 10 years ago, so I picked up 2 of them. They're kind of threadbare now, which is why goal for this year, now that I've got some of these other projects done, is to finish the quilt that I was going to give to my nephew as a wedding present, but now, like I've said before, his kids are getting ready for college. Kind of missed that window. So I will make him a new one, and I will use this one. That was very nice. Once it's done, I'll take a picture of it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. We will be on tonight. We're going to start, I think, at 6:30 tonight. We are watching Star Trek The Motion Picture. It's a little bit longer movie, though I can't find a runtime. I'm guessing it's 2.5 hours. So we will start a little bit earlier at 6:30, and that'll take us through to 9. So feel free to jump in and join us. It's not a riff tracks. It's actually the movie. And I don't know if we'll do all the Star Treks in a row. We will do them all during the course of the year, but there's 12 of them. I think we may alternate with other movies, like try and put in some fun stuff. Hot Shots, Top Secret, Stargate. I thought we could watch Star Trek. It's whatever's on Prime. I don't think it's the director's cut, Cliff. I tried to find the director's cut, but I'm not seeing it on Prime. I could buy it, but
It might be on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got it through my Paramount Plus subscription, so I thought, why not just watch that?
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, that's tonight because it's Friday. Gosh darn it!
It was the 40th anniversary edition of the motion picture, which probably had some enhancements and visual refinements.
Yeah, it's 47 Alpha Tango. You can recommend anything you want to. So please let me know what you would think would be fun. I mean, we've watched all kinds of stuff. I don't mind. I think the director's cut is a little bit cleaner, but it's also longer. Oh, Murder by Death. I love Murder by Death. That is a great movie. No, no Italian, not Manos. Manos bothers me. I've said that before. There's something about it that just freaks me out. The sound on the new one is amazing. I'll see if I can find a clip. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, go make some breakfast, go hit the gym because I skipped the gym yesterday, which I realize is kind of not setting up the way the year the way you want it to be, but at the same time, it's go take the dogs for an extra hour walk. I know you do, Satalia. I'm just letting you know it freaks me the heck out. All right, so it's Friday. We will have movie night tonight. I don't know if we will start the Sunday service or Saturday service tomorrow or Sunday, but we will try to add something into it. Sunday would work better. I just wonder if more people would be playing on Sunday. Let's try Sunday, see if that works. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I will talk to you all later. And as we like to say around here, stay mopsy.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.